Hi, my name is Bronwyn Hafen, and this is my application for Sandbox. I am currently a web design and development major with an emphasis in UX UI, and I would love to participate in a program like Sandbox. Personally, I am a senior, and so I'm getting onto those last classes, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of done taking classes, and I'd love to just work in the real world and get that experience, and I think Sandbox would be a great way to do that. Doing a startup company, I could do something that I like, or at least that I'm passionate about with other people who are also passionate about it. And that sounds really appealing to me because I'm just kind of sick of doing things for a grade or just not really seeing where the value in is what I'm doing in my classes. So, and I think getting real world experience, at least for me, every time I've had to just experience it and just kind of throw myself into it and do it, even if I don't really have any experience in it, I do way better. I learn more and I remember more and I get way more out of it. So, I think Sandbox would be a great experience for me. And I think I could learn so much from it. So, I am definitely excited and I would love to participate in this program. It would kind of be a dream come true for my college career. I am currently working two jobs, but one of them ends in at the beginning of fall semester, so I am totally willing to put in at least 40 hours. 40 to 50 hours a week is what I'm kind of thinking that I would commit to it. I do work as a Spanish TA online, so I get to kind of pick and choose my hours during the week, and I can make my own schedule for that. So I would definitely have time to commit that time to Sandbox. And I would be taking some classes. I do only have 17 credits left, so I don't really need to put a ton of time into non-Sandbox credits, just because most of Sandbox would cover those last few credits. Some problems that I would like to solve. I actually had a few ideas for this, and I'm super excited because personally for me, I am a super avid reader. I love reading romance and sci-fi and fantasy. I'm mainly a romance girly, but I have noticed that there sometimes can be a few things, few comments, few explicit scenes in those romance books, and I don't love that, and I don't want to read that, and I was exposed to it very young because I just didn't know that it was even a thing, and so I'd like to create something kind of like a vid angel for books, or something similar where it kind of cuts out the parts that are explicit, and it makes it more friendly for us who don't really want to read that stuff. No hate to those who do, but just not my cup of tea. So that's one idea that I have. Another problem I'd love to solve is I love to shop. I also have the huge, like, I will look at my closet and say, I have nothing to wear. Even though I have tons of clothes, I just don't really know how to style it, or I just don't like the way that my clothes go together or the way they fit. So I'd love to create something kind of like a Pinterest closet where the app helps you put together outfits. You can connect your Pinterest and then or some sort of application that kind of puts outfits together based on that, and it gives you recommendations to buy things but for cheaper options because I'm not spending $40 on a t-shirt. I don't know who is. That's kind of crazy. But I'd love to be able to create something like that because I know that I'm not the only person who has that problem. I think some things that make me different, definitely my background. I grew up and I was homeschooled as a kid up until about 4th or 5th grade. I also went to a charter school in elementary school, and I did do public school for a year or two. And then in middle school, I went to an online school, and I did do public school. And in high school, I went to a liberal arts school. Very interesting experience, learned a lot. There were a lot of different kinds of people there, and I learned how to work with them and how I kind of fit into things. And then I also went to a high school that was less than about 50 people. It was on a college campus, so I was with college students all the time as a 16, 17, 18-year-old. And I took concurrent enrollment, so I was on campus doing actual college classes with like real college professors and everything. That was a super cool experience. So I've just had a lot of diverse experiences. I know how to work well with others. I know how to read people pretty well, I'd say. So it's kind of just helped me personally in what I've done with my life and how I treat others. I feel like I'm a good people person. I can talk, I can make connections, and I just really like being with people and talking with them and just being able to experience that. I'm super excited for Sandbox. When I found out about this, at first I was a little skeptical, but after learning more about it, I think it would be one of the best things that could happen to me. And I want in. I want to be part of this. I want to be able to make a difference in people's lives. And I think that doing Sandbox could give me a bigger purpose in my life currently. I think that doing school is great, but getting that real world experience is what is more important to me, and I think Sandbox could give that to me and give me an opportunity to grow and experience what a real tech startup is like, and I want that, and I am willing and I'm determined to experience that, and I think Sandbox is a great opportunity for me. And this is my application video. Thanks for watching. Bye.